Okay, hi guys. In this video, I'm going to show you how to evaluate algebraic expressions. And so this right here is an algebraic expression. It's called an expression which is different than an equation because there's no equal sign here. So you just have the 2a plus b squared, and we're going to evaluate it. Now this word evaluate, it means solve. We're not going to solve necessarily for a or b. We're going to solve, like, what does this whole expression, what's the numerical value of this entire expression? Okay, so when you're asked, from a homework question or in class to evaluate an algebraic expression, you have to know what the values are for your variables. So let's say for this first example, we'll let a equal 5, and then we'll let b equal -3. Because if you don't know that information, then it's impossible to evaluate this expression because we don't know what it's equal to. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take each of these values, and where you see an a, I want you to write a 5, and where you see a b, I want you to write a -3. And this is the kind of problem you need to bring your own parentheses to. So we're not just going to write a 2, 5, because that would look like 25. We're going to write a 2 and then draw parentheses around the 5. That represents that multiplication. Plus, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put parentheses around the -3, which is our value for b, and then put the squared again. Now we've taken all the variables out. We're left with just all numbers. And this is when we work through using that orders of operation, right? Orders of operation, the first thing we're going to do is work out this exponent. -3 times -3 is +9. This 2 times 5 here is 10. And then we will add those two together to get 19. 19 is our answer for this expression when a is 5 and b is -3. Okay, take a look at this next problem. We have the expression m over 4 plus 3n. We're asked to evaluate, which, remember, the word evaluate means to solve, to find the numerical value of this. The only way you can evaluate this expression is if you know this information right here. You have to know what the variables equal, and then you can substitute them into the problem. So where you see m, I want you to put 16. Since m is alone right here, you don't have to put the parentheses. You certainly can if you want to, but they're not needed. 16 over 4 plus 3n, n is 4. I do want you to put parentheses here because we want it to represent 3 times 4 instead of 34. Okay? When you see this fraction set up here, it's really just another way to write a division problem. And so what we'll do, we have division and we have multiplication. And according to orders of operation, we just work those left to right. So 16 divided by 4 is 4, plus 3 times 4 is 12. And when we add those together, we get 16. Okay, guys, look at number 3. This time, it probably looks a little more complicated because we have a lot going on here. We have x times y plus 3x, and then all of that divided by y squared. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to take these values, the 6 and the 2, take a minute and just properly substitute them in with the corresponding variables. So this first one would be 6. You do need to put parentheses around at least one of them. So we have 6 times 2 plus 3 times 6. Then I want you to draw the long fraction bar, which is, we're going to use it as division in just a minute. Y is 2. So down here, we'll have 2 squared. Okay, when we have a problem like this, a problem that has a numerator and denominator, it's best to work each part separately until you kind of have it boiled down to one number. So let's just focus on this numerator part. Okay, we have 6 times 2, which is 12. So I'll put my 12 over here. Plus 3 times 6, which is 18. And all that equals 30. Okay, down here at the bottom, 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to move everything right here. So 30 is the value of our numerator. 4 is the value of our denominator. Now, 30 can't be divided by 4 evenly, and so the best way to leave your answer is just in a simplified fraction. If you divide both the 30 and the 4 by 2, you can simplify this answer to 15/2. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to pause the video and work on some more examples on your own.